What up, YouTube? This is GeoStealth1, and I'm coming to you with another update with the Traxxas X-Maxx. So I initially installed the diffs, and I was working on the front diff as of this point, and I started looking at this servo, which is the Traxxas 2085. So I ended up doing a few steel screw upgrades to it, you know, just to non-rust. And I started thinking about something, having this servo in front of me. How can I make it stronger? Now I know there's a lot of people installing Savox servos and high-tech servos for 1/5 scales, but a lot of modification needs to be done, and I'm not trying to do those types of modification to where, you know, if there's like an 8-year-old kid that wants to who is somewhat experienced in taking things apart and putting them back together, is not experienced in working with bigger tools and stuff like that. So that being said, I ended up acquiring another part from Hot Racing, and this is the metal servo gears for the X-Maxx. The part number is xmaxx24mg. So I'm just gonna go step by step on me taking this apart and getting it installed, just to make this just a little bit more stronger, you know, in a sense that I am going to be pushing these big heavy wheels, and also I'm doing a wheel upgrade for this RC, so I wanted a stronger servo. Now once again, I know a lot of people, you know, are doing the 1/5 scale Savox servos and the high-tech servos, and there really hasn't been too many companies that are doing that many upgrades for the X-Maxx. I was kind of figuring Proline would have done some type of wheels for it. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any updated companies doing servos for it. I kind of thought Proline or J Concepts would have either thrown a body for this RC already, but I haven't seen nothing done yet. So that being said, I'm going to start cracking this bad boy open, and let's see the internal workings. Alrighty, so I disassembled the casing for the servo, and I just want you to see the internal components, all the gearing that's in there, and most of it, well, just to give you a quick reference, get at least a precision tool. This is a Phillips head for me to take out all those screws. Don't use, like, you know, like a not hobby rated tool to take everything apart. A lot of people don't use Phillips heads. A lot of people are utilizing the Allen key set. But that being said, as you can see, most of the gears, besides this one, this looks like metal, but most of the gears internally with the 2085 is plastic. So that is primarily the main reason why I ended up going with the Hot Racing metal gears for me to swap out, which will definitely be a great additive piece to be turning these type of tires around, you know. So as you can see internally, they were very, let me get a little bit of more better close-up for you. As you can see, it's utilizing lithium grease in the servo itself. So that's what I'm going to be utilizing. I'm going to be taking this whole thing apart and utilizing lithium grease. And let me start disassembling it, cleaning up a few things, and we'll see what the final product will look like. Alrighty, so as you can see, I got this bad boy greased up right now, and for it to go back internally, it's in the 2085. Now, I am going to have to put just a little bit more grease. Now, if you guys are curious of what type of lithium grease I utilized, it's one of my old Traxxas lithium greases that I threw in there. I was going to throw a different type of company, but I really haven't had an issue with the Traxxas lithium grease. You know, some people tell me to go with a different other company, but you know, when I used to do my Rustler runs, I in actuality did my whole transmission swappage with the lithium grease, and I was able to get excellent results with that. So I mean, it's definitely, don't overpack it, but definitely something you can utilize in this upgrade. So I'm gonna put everything back together and eventually get this installed into the X-Maxx. So hopefully this video was informative to you. I know you guys are just gonna want me to install it, which I can do that real quick for you right now. Pass that in there. This is going to go through the cylinder, and that should slide automatically in here. Bear with me 1 second. Here is the rubber sealant, which I have to push down. Slide this all the way down here. And then I got the back of the unit. Now make sure it's right here where everything can lay correctly. And notch everything back there. So, primarily, as of right now, you're looking at something that's somewhat assembled. So I thought I'd be really quick in assembling that. So that's what initially the final product should be once I do install that into the screws and then install it back into the X-Maxx. So hopefully this video was informative to you, and I would go back into the installation, but there's a lot more upgrades that I'm doing with the X-Maxx. So hopefully we can get this thing up and running. Rate, comment, subscribe, and tell my fellas up in YouTube. Later. Alrighty, this is a pretty good technical 101 right now. If I can show you, as you can see, there's like this plastic piece right here, and I initially did not line it up correctly. My motor is really hot. Why? Because when I installed it, too much stress went internally into the inner part of the sealant, and as you can see, there's a piece right here. Let me lighten that up. That in actuality is supposed to be in between for that little I guess small little arm for it to go back, and those are the two stoppers for it. And I did not do that, and in actuality broke that piece off. So now I have to order another casing. So that's just a quick 101 scenario. As you can see, this is technically what would have been the final product of this upgrade, but my boo-boo, I ended up throwing this into the wrong place. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to order that. It's gonna be a little bit of time before I initially am able to install this into the X-Maxx. But hopefully this video was informative to you. Things to do, things not to do, upgrades to have, upgrades not to have. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, and tell my fellas up in YouTube. Later.